Welcome back to Digi Destination today. Today we're going to be talking about the absolute GOAT in the Digimon fan community, in the Digimon creator space, in the Digimon area, Hoang Zero. My brother, you have absolutely done
That's why he's the GOAT!
far and beyond everyone's expectations of how good DCGO will be and could be and made this beautiful masterpiece.
He's gorgeous.
It is so good how good this sim is. This sim is made by a fan-related network. Fan-related. Bandai didn't make this. Bandai didn't look after us. Hoang Zero and his dev team did. And to them, I gotta say, a massive amount of respect. This is a tool that can get new players into Digimon. This is a tool for you to experiment with decks. This is a tool to you to see how good your deck's going to stack up against other people's decks. It's just brilliant stuff the entire time. It is just so good. And let's give you a little bit of gameplay about what this thing looks like. So what you're going to see, number one, is going to be a bot match with my Mirage Galgamon deck going against one of my already made decks, the Royal Knight deck, and away we go. So you can see that this thing looks really good. You first pull this thing up. You can see if you're going to mulligan your hand or not mulligan your hand. You got that ability to do so and click on it as you go. It's really good. And then from there, like all of the things that you do in a normal, match are just kind of automated for you. You can see the Royal Knight deck playing Mastemon, doing all that sort of stuff. And then I got the ability to breed or not breed, and then get right into digivolving or not digivolving. So you can see right away when I drag a card out, you have play or digivolve, and then you can see that the play costs on the memory counter are just being counted as I go. So you can see that all the effects from the cards that I have, the drawing the next card is happening all the time. And even things with complicated decks, like this Royal Knights deck that, obviously has a pretty weird gameplay mechanic, are all done for me the entire time. I can scroll through my cards, I can see what my cards do, and it's really nice. You have that ability to just kind of scroll through your cards. Everything looks really good to you. All the card textures are there. It's really good stuff. There's some promo cards right now that don't have the stuff right now, but there's ways you can work around that. They're just not inside of the image extractor just yet, but it's really good. Now I'm playing against this Royal Knights deck right now, and this is a pretty fun matchup here to my Galgamon deck and this deck, but it's a really smooth, really good setup. I will say that part of the setup for this thing that makes it so nice is just how accessible and how clean it looks. It's really nice looking. You can see everything. We'll go through this in another video clip here, but you can see everything inside of the gameplay. You can see the trash, you can see your hand, you can see how many cards are in a Digivolution set. You can see everything, and everything's laid out just very cleanly for you to see the entire time. Now, I will say that looking at this on an outside perspective, the things that are not great, and these are things that could improve in the future. Now, number one, the bot setup is not fantastic, okay? So when you look at the bot setup, they do make some pretty dumb plays with your decks. So as you just saw in that last clip, like Leopardmon, drop 2 out there, give me 10 memory to just build up whatever I wanted to build up. And then on top of that, like blocking that attack, I don't know if it's the smartest thing to do, what you got. But you can see when I have effects, I could choose what order to get those effects in. And I think when you're playing actual Digimon TCG, like that's a very difficult thing to do. Is like go through your inherited effects on your cards and like know what you want to play and not what you want to play. And this like gives you all the effects that you can activate by like digivolving or getting your card out of security or attacking, and all those things are kind of really set up for you as you go. So it just makes a pretty streamlined process whenever you're playing the game, and it just makes things really fun and really entertaining. I could play this for hours, to be honest. Like this is taking a lot of my time as I've gone, and You can see when I do on play effects, like everything just gets kind of sent in there. You know, I can throw in this, throw in that. I can activate the multiple triggers that I'm going to be able to get by having Tsunomons out there. Like everything's just kind of set up. If I digivolve into this, which gives me a Tommy, I can go out here and drop a Tommy from my hand. I select it, it drops out nice and simple and easy. And it just makes a super duper streamlined, awesome, simple process that's just super fun to play. Now, again, I don't think that this is the best setup, to be honest, in terms of you know, the bots that really come in here, but I think it's really, really good. And just to have the ability to come out here and play with some bots is great. Like, we don't really have this ability to just like play test decks against other decks. Now, the bot is going to play decks that you have already made inside your deck collection. So all the ones that you've kind of made already, those are going to be the ones that you're going to play against. So there are some times where like I've done my Mastemon and played against my Mastemon deck. To be honest, like I've done things like that before. But this is just such a simple, fun setup. Everything just looks so incredibly clean. As you can see right here, unless they have just absolutely nothing in their hand, like just pass me the turn here and just gave me 3 memory and just like made it super duper easy. And I just kind of, you know, went in for the kill here, so to speak, towards the very end of the game. But it's just something that's really, really super duper fun, and I could play this for hours and hours on end. It's just so good. I finished this one up by getting a Mirage Galgamon out there, burning that last security because you don't have anything to return. Gain my memory to be able to attack and drop that attack in there for the finish. And there you go. You'll have the final win screen coming up on your screen right here. And there you go. And that's how a game of Digimon TCG looks. It's really, really good, really, really fun. So the second thing I'm going to show here is going to be a little clip of just how things look when you're dropping, you know, Digimon TCG. So you have this random, you know, match play center here. You do bots and do everything like that. And then you kind of select your deck of what you want to play and what you have the ability to do. Now, this is just a small clip where I just kind of abandoned the bot match after a while. I just wanted to show kind of the different features you can kind of get into when you're actually playing on the actual playing board. So when you look at this, you know, I have a Digivolve. You could choose a different Digivolve cost to go out there. Sometimes there's some strategic stuff when it comes to that sort of stuff. But you can right click on a Digimon and be able to bring up everything that just like basically looks like the Digimon card on top of there as you go. So when I pull up the Dracmon, you can see everything that's on that card. You can see everything that comes up, and you can kind of go through and make this look, you know, rather simple for yourself as you go. The deck bottoms, easy to pick and know which ones that you're sending in what order down as you go. But it's just a really, really nice setup to be able to look through, see what your opponent has, see what you have as you go. So right here I have an Antilamon, and I can see all the inherited effects the Antilamon has, and I can see what individual Mons are down below and bring those up. So this is me playing my Bunny Pummel deck, and then I have the ability to kind of look through all these and see exactly what I have in here to be able to set these things up. And then it ends up being just a super duper easy thing to kind of see not only what's in my trash, what's in their trash, and what's just going down on the entire board. It makes things really super duper easy to see. You can right click on everything and be able to bring it up on the actual thing really, really super duper easy. It just makes things super simple, super fun to be able to see everything instead of guessing what's on the other side or not knowing, if you don't play that deck, what exactly are the inheritables. Get to see what's in your trash, see what's in your opponent's trash. It just makes for a very, very good experience when you're playing this thing. So one of the last things I'll show you on here is just being able to set up a new deck. So you have the ability to come in and create one of these yourself, but you can also import from a clipboard as well. So you can get on, you know, different sort of websites that allow you to build deck, Digimon Card.io, Digimon Meta, DigimonCard.dev, TTS, and all you gotta do is copy it from the clipboard, put it in, and it will automatically spit all the stuff in there, or you can just literally create your own deck. And then from there, it's going to stash all the decks that you play. Let's open up my Mastemon deck. It is my #1 favorite deck to play. And then you have the ability to just come in here and edit this at any point in time. And it's just going to show everything from the cards that you have over here. It's going to put them in order as you go. And it just shows everything so clean to you about, hey, this is all the things you have here, all the things you got over here. And then it just shows all the mons that you have that just make this deck work and everything you have in this deck. So there's definitely going to be a part of me that's going to go and use this as a tool for all of you to kind of show deck setups and make it super duper easy and super duper accessible for everyone to see the breakdowns of everything. So up here at the top bar, you can kind of see what I have going on. I have 5 Digi-Eggs, 40 Digimon inside this deck, 6 Tamers, 4 option cards, and there are the breakdown of the levels of what I have. And if I ever wanted to add more things in here, like all I would have to do is type in something here, hit the search, and then be able to bring stuff up pretty easy. I can search by this, I can search by the different colors. So if I wanted to break down all the yellow purples, maybe I could add in here. Like it would bring all of these up, and then I have the ability to click these into the deck, not click these into the deck as I go. And it's really sick that you can kind of put the alternate arts in here if you want to put the alternate arts in here, or you could just have the regular. So you can have like a max rarity deck in here and just make it look really cool and really awesome as you set it up. But this thing is just phenomenal. It's just really, really good that they have all this stuff set up for us. And Hoang and his team has done just amazing, amazing stuff. So that is about all I got to say and finish when it comes down to this amazing, amazing, amazing tool known as DCGO. The thing is just phenomenal as you go. It's just super duper good. Next thing we're going to look at is going to be the next set that's going to be released, the set that I'm looking forward to the most, and that is going to be Infernal Ascension. This thing comes out at the end of next month. I'm super duper excited for this thing. We have ourselves some amazing things set up in here as we go. And let's start out with the Digitama as we go. So start off, we got Coupimon. Coupimon is going to be Mini Angel. By adding the top card of your security stack to hand, you can place 1 Digimon card with Angel, Archangel, or 3 Great Angels from your hand to the bottom of your security stack. So anytime you attack, like, you can security manipulate pretty darn easy with this thing as you go. As a Mastemon player, this thing is going to be an amazing, amazing setup for you. The next thing you have is you have a Salamon card that is just going to be a regular common. You got a purple Digimon or Tamer, gain a memory. You got Mireille out there, like you're going to get some memory every time you start a turn with that thing to start the main phase. You also have yourself a nice little setup with Luxmon as well. And Luxmon's on play. You reveal the top 3 cards of the deck. You add 1 Digimon card with Angel, Archangel, and 1 card with 3 Great Angels to your hand. So again, this is going to be nice for the stack ability to get the cards you need to in your hand for a Mastemon deck. And if this Digimon has those traits, you draw 1 when you attack. So there's some draw ability in there as well. You also have some excellent different yellows you can use. You got the regular Angemon with Barrier and draw 1 when attacking. And you also have the Archai Angemon as well. And the on-play when Digivolving for this is by adding the top or bottom card of the security, 1 of your Digimon gets negative 4,000 DP, and then you can place Angel, Archangel, 3 Great Angels, bottom of security stack. And then the opponent's turn, all of your Digimon with those archetypes gain blocker. So if you don't have Mastemon out just yet, you can get that blocker going a little bit easy and protect your stuff a little bit more simply. You also get yourself an Angelmon from EX06 that has Barrier. If you have a Mirai, 1 of your opponent's Digimon gets security -2 until the end of the turn. And if you don't have Mirai, you can play 1 without paying the cost, which I think is big. It also has Alliance as the inherited effect. Like, getting a Mastemon out there with Alliance, that's disgusting. And then we also have ourselves a new Lady Devimon that's going to be important. It has Retaliation, kind of the same Mirai setup. If you don't have one, you can play 1 But if you have Mirai already, you can delete a level 4 or lower. But it also has the new ability Scapegoat, that when this Digimon would be deleted other than your effects, by deleting one of your other Digimon, you could prevent it. So if you have just like level 3 out there, you can just delete that to keep that on there as you go. And then you have the big boss monster that's going to come in here, which is going to be Mastemon Ace. Mastemon Ace is going to be sweet. So it has the ability to blast DNA Digivolve. So all you need to have is one of the specified Digimon out there in play, so Angelomon or Lady Devimon, and then play, play a card in the hand that matches one of those ones that are not on the field but just in your hand, and then you can blast DNA Digivolve. And then on play, when Digivolving, when you may play a level 5 or lower Digimon card with Angel, Archangel, Fallen Angel from your hand or your trash without paying the cost. So you're going to drop that thing out there and then drop something out there right away. Not only could you play an Angelomon or a Lady Devimon, but you could drop the Magnamon Ace and drop some DP off some stuff and kind of eliminate some board as well with that. And that's just such a sweet setup to get that out. And then if you DNA Digivolved, you placed one other Digimon at the bottom of the owner's security stack and trash cards from the top of your opponent's security stack until they have 4 left. So for these yellow vaccine decks that are like stacking like 8-9 security, this thing is going to be a sweet counter, because it's just going to be like, yeah, I'm going to trash you until you have 4 bad. And it's going to be awesome. And then obviously it has Ace Overflow with the -4 whenever it goes off the board. But that's just going to be the cost of playing when you're playing with an Ace card. Like, that's just, it is what it is. Like, you're just going to lose that as you go. And I'm going to also, for Mastemon, bring in a few other things, which is going to be, number 1, Ultimate Chaosmon. Like, I think this is going to be something that you could set up. So it's a DNA Digivolve. You need a yellow/a black mixed with a green/a purple. So yellow-purple would work in this combo. But this has partition, which means when the Digimon with each of the specific Digivolution cards will leave the battle area, other than your own effects or by battle. So if someone is playing like a Full Moon Meteor Impact and just saying get off the board and return to your hand, or they're deleting you with card effects instead of battling, then you can play one of each of these cards out. So essentially what's going to happen is, like, if I have 2 Mastemons here and I combine them to Ultimate Chaosmon, then I can play 2 Mastemons back again and have 2 Mastemons on the board, which is great. And if it's Mastemon Ace, I can activate the on-play effects again. Ooh. That is nasty. And then if you're DNA Digivolving this Ultimate Chaosmon, you can place up to 2 level 6 cards from your trash as this Digimon's bottom Digi-Evolution sources. And then for each of the level 6s in this Digimon's Digi-Evolution source, return 1 opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. So if you're combining 2 level 6s, there's already 2 in there. If you had 2 more in there, you can return 4 Digimon to the bottom of the deck. And while the Digimon has 4 more level 6s, it has security attack +3 and piercing. That's disgusting. Like, hi, I'm going to eliminate your entire security stack now. Goodbye. And you can just pierce them as you go. And then there's a few other important pieces for the Mastemon deck that are going to be important for you Mastemon players. And that's going to be the Descent of 3 Great Angels. I think it's going to be a card that's going to play a little bit of a role here. So you can place 1 Digimon with Angel, Archangel, and 3 Great Angels from your hand to the bottom of the security stack, and then place this in your battle area. And then all turns, this is a delay effect. When one of your Digimon with those 3 archetypes is deleted, search the security stack and play one of those cards with 3 Great Angels, and play without paying the cost. Like 3 Great Angels, you could throw yourself like a Seraphimon in there as like a level 6 backup, and then just throw it out there for free, basically. And that's going to be, a card that a 5 is going to be pretty darn disgusting as you go. I think that's going to be something that is going to be a card that's going to be used pretty heavily as you go. It's just an ability to play a higher level monster for free, essentially. You pay 5 now, but later on you're going to be able to get something out that's amazing. And then the last thing you got to know about is Mireille. She has a new Tamer card out. It's a play cost 4 instead of a play cost 5. And this thing, when one of your Digimon with Holy Beast, Archangel, or Fallen Angel is played, by suspending the Tamer, gain 1 memory. And then when one of your Digimon will Digivolve into an Angelmon or Lady Devimon in your trash, with the cost of reduced by 1. So when one of those things happen with the Angelmon and Lady Devimon, from your trash, you reduce the cost by 1. Now, it's pretty specific. It's got to be from the trash. But there's going to be some cards, obviously, that kind of make this happen inside of EX6. And reducing that play cost is great. You're going to be able to play an Angelmon or Lady Devimon for 2 then, because most of them are 3 Digivolves. So, like, playing that for 2 for level 5 is going to be great. And then at the end of your turn, once per turn always, 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve. So, the Gatomon card doesn't necessarily need to happen anymore, the Gatomon from the starter deck, because that used to be the one that we would use to kind of DNA Digivolve, end of turn. Hi, I got a Mastemon out. Hi, I cleared off some of the stuff on your board before your turn even started. Mireille can do that all the time now, which is great. And then being able to gain the memory while you're playing the cards along with the Mireille that just gives you 1 to start every turn is going to be pretty great things to have. I still think that Akari memory tamer is going to get you up, and as you mess around with security, gains memory that way are still going to be pretty necessary in this deck, to be honest. But this is a welcome addition for sure. That is my first little look into EX6, to be honest. I'm going to do a definite breakdown of some more stuff about that as we go, including what do some of the alternate arts look like, what are some of the things that we're looking the most forward to. Besides Mastemon support, obviously, there are some other supports that are going to be dropped in there, including Cherubimon and Yellow-Green setups. There is a big push with the Ragnar Lordmon in this, with it getting an ace card. There is some more Lucamon stuff coming in here. And obviously, the big thing, the 7 Demon Lords in here as well. That's going to be a pretty fun one as we go to. So, without further ado, that's been another episode of Digi Destination Today. We'll talk to you next time on the channel. I do have some stuff coming in from BT16. I do have some more stuff on BT15 coming in as well. So, if you liked the video today, drop a like. Leave a subscribe to the channel, because we always support that stuff. Comment if you liked it as well, because we just like rolling out this Digimon content. We love bringing it out here all the time, and we just want to bring more stuff to you all the time. And that level of support just shows that, well, what I'm doing here is welcomed on the interwebs. So we'll talk to you later next time on Digi Destination.